Okay. Everything is all right. Um, just gotta wing it as usual, maybe. But it's usually just doing this and that. I know. This is going basically no. Put our first step out there, but everything will be fine. Trust me, things will be okay. And well, just gotta put our best foot out of the window. Oh, is it on? Oh, oh, hold on. Let me get myself in. Wait, hold on. But oh, all right. Seems everything's all right now, too. All right. Oh, hi there. Uh, get yourselves all settled down as we gonna, show you who I am and stuff. Let me try to get around this table. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Hmm. No. Sorry. It's usually first day. First day on the job here, and pretty much this is it. Here we go. Let's see here. Sorry, I actually had some stuff mixed up here. I should test that out. Here we go. Eh, what are you gonna do? Sometimes you always gonna have to do some recruitment mistakes here, and all the whatnot. Anyway, I'm sure you guys are wondering what's going on and what happens to the other guy. Well, let's just say, things got, pretty much the times have gone by, and things time to head back home. As for me, I'm just, no, I'm the new guy here, too. In any case, everything's all fine, everything's all good, and pretty much we're all good here, too. So, again, you guys know are pretty much wondering who I am, or maybe had a whole lot of questions here too. So that's why I got this thing on. I forgot we have it on before we had all started too. But hey, sometimes we all just overlook things in here and there too. Anyway, I'm sure you guys wonder who am I and why do I look like this. And what's with the channel starting to change around if you've been with the other guy. Alright, and this is the whole thing what I'm gonna question to. So, what am I? First of all, I am called Rida, which is like right Enda. Some people I met here always oh, they have the way of saying it. But this is the how you say my name and stuff. Right, And I'm a multiversal traveling masked man, going different places and just pretty much look around the world. But my main mission is to actually hunt down monsters known as chromo monsters, and find small pieces disc called chromo disc, kind of like colored disc and stuff. Pretty much my origin is pretty much I was a regular guy. Just doing my own regular thing. Just living pretty uneventful though. However, the day I actually found this thing on, which is the Wonder Driver. And yes, it does start to sound a little familiar to a certain thing here too. Something that's getting headlines and stuff, or if you are a fan of it, you probably know what I look like. It's basically a super transformation belt right here. See? Right around my waist is pretty much how I look like this, too. Anyway. So, it's basically a superpower belt that allowed me to transform. And, to want to actually work this thing, I need a thing called a chromo disc, which one I have here, tier 2. This is the my hyper ability. Pretty much basic combat skills while have adorning appearance of a grasshopper. Yeah, it is pretty familiar, and just bear with me there. It is just something to help me help combat these monsters anyway. The only way to beat them is to use something that's made from their made similar for them too. And kind of are wondering why about that too. Well, we'll get to it too. These monsters are called the Chroma monsters, and they are like multicolored power-up monsters that will go terrorizing any place they can. There is a rumor that said corporation is making them too, or even distributing this themselves too to make these guys. Their main goal is to kind of spread their own corporate world to all different universes at the same time, kind of like spreading more far wide as they possibly can. Right now, we actually chasing guys like these over the multiverse and making sure they don't cause any more damage. Or, of course, make sure there's no huge corporate takeover that's on a multiversal level, too. Right now, these are the only 3 we managed to discover and still on the run at this point. And it's our job to at least track them down and find them and defeat them before they cause any more trouble. Yeah. For right now, you just gotta make sure to keep our eyes on things until one start to appear too. And who we're gonna help out too. Well, let me also introduce these two. With my allies Pixel and XAI, who may abide for herself to escape her captors, and Lee, a speech jellyfish lady who has the power to traverse these worlds. Together, we'll be able to chase them down and find wherever they go too. The android here is Pixel. She was pretty much started as an AI, with her own conscious and stuff. That works. But the main ones, main one of the scientists that used to be their own independent place until a corporate takeover just happened. That corporation wanted to use her and make more replicas of her just to make a kind of like more like what you guys are doing with today. The ultimate replacement for everything too. In fact, when I first got these powers, it kind of actually led me to where she was at too, being captive. So both of us will actually work together to actually not only just to help her friend out here, who they were using to kind of breach to different worlds, but to also stop their multi evil corporation spread too. And this will actually first count one of the monsters that will appear here too, the Crimson Engine monster. Imagine how my own there too until they manage to escape. So now we're pretty much at the traveling the world themselves and see where they are at too. Maybe even find the aim bases they even have in place here too. So basically, we are just traveling this world here, and this is the multi-dimensional room here too. Kind of like where we're going in here too. Right now we're kind of like in between in worlds and kind of not too interfering too, and just pretty much keeping things at a lookout. Once monster activities start appearing, that's where we make action. So until we do, we keep passing along, being all kinds of places and people as we go. Just simple as that. It's always nice to taking the worlds, exploring them, taking the culture, and who knows, we may meet a bunch of people along the way, and hopefully meet you guys like that too. So I hope you don't mind staying around here. Maybe play a few games for you guys, and maybe do a little fun stuff here. Until then, we'll just keep passing along until we gotta do our thing. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering what happened to the other guy. The dragon-looking dino guy, maybe? Dragon, dino, I keep hearing two different things what the guy looked like. Eh, all I heard he went back home, you know? Back, I heard you do know the person there too. Funny enough. So, so what's going on for this channel from now on? Well, the answer is simple. We're just gonna keep doing our playthroughs. Niche, new, old, indies, you name one. And that's pretty much what we're gonna do for now. We won't be doing some big events like Donadons or collaborating just yet. But I will say this. So all the games that have been playing on this stream in its past life will be replayed. But most of them though. Since there I would say some games that were like, you know, more like the time during at the time, you know? And see if they even are like, you know, practically playable here too. But I think there's some games that do had their replayability here and stuff, you know. So no game is gonna get skipped over or just gonna try to continue on too. Plus, there are times I may have to step out and do my usual thing, you know, monster hunting and stuff, you know, and keeping the world safe. So, and maybe try to get a side job just to help, you know, get some things around this place. Pixel did suggest that too. Because again, probably needs to get some supplies here too. So, plus, there are also things I want to do us as a community here too. Like, well, after this debut, I thought we could play a little bit of this game, you know? But first, how do I make a poll? Man, I really thought I can wing it. Hold on a sec. Yeah. Let me actually pick this poll up. I want to know if any of you guys do have the game and this is a good day to go with it. So that way it's easier to have us all play too. So let me get this in. And I always do have a turns just in case. Let me do this for 3 minutes. All right. Alright, poll. So I gotta set that out to 3 minutes just to make sure we have everything here too. In any case, we got everything here too. Anyway, you probably already know this channel is affiliated. Well, again, we took over the other guys' stuff, so we'll be continuing on what their goals are, and basically our goals is to make it the partner. It'd been pretty much nice to be able to make it. Probably do more for our streaming stuff rather than you know, just kind of to keep getting side games we can, as we are pretty much trying to do our defending job here too. I also like to be able to multi-stream just to be able to kind of like to do more of what we can, just playing on Twitch and stuff, you know. We'll like to learn how to do this stuff. We're going to do more of these stuff and practically anything we can too. So kind of like spread the brand and stuff, and because again we probably can do that maybe, but who knows. Anyway, and maybe to join collab too, even start one ourselves. This is kind of like, hey, I'd actually like to start meeting more people, and maybe people just gonna be like our, just co-workers and stuff, and as well. Since again, you can't get lonely with these two as well, and they tend to do their own thing. Where I'm just going to have to step out each world and fight some of these monsters out there too. And I got some of my own stuff I want to at least achieve a little bit, you know? Stay in shape, maybe even meet some no, meet some nice lady maybe. But, you know, just want to at least know has my own personal goals to at least set up myself and just to keep myself head straight a little bit too. And again, and maybe even meet more of you guys even within the VTuber community, which well, I think that's what I'm called now, right? Um, I guess it is the right term, right? Who knows? I but we'll get to meet all of you here and there. Maybe we'll cross arms. Maybe even join hand in hand. I'm a little excited of it too. Anyway, and as soon as things start to stop, we may even find our new forms for this. Right now, this is the only farm I have, which is called White Hopper. No, like grasshopper stuff, you know. And I always like to get some new forms in it too, just in case. So I would like to get have some more forms so you guys can actually mess around with, you know. If there's a form you like to see, that's easy to do. Just have redeem, maybe switch over, or just whatever I'm feeling like it too. And I do know some of this streaming stuff need a lot more hands to it, and well, such as finding a good video editor yourself tend to be a little tricky. So I would like to maybe see if we can find ourselves an editor for these videos too. It's just a case anyone prefer the short term videos before than just the full VOD of this too. You know, not everybody have a lot of time to stay in one place. So just someone can at least help me out with get these videos all shortened down. Maybe even just in case I do say things, because I do say things too, So and again, sometimes I probably won't be watching my mouth if I do get a little bit peeved. And also maybe find someone who could be our manager for a while too. Just someone keep ourselves straight, keep ourselves motivated, and make sure we're doing a good job ourselves. Maybe help out with what we can do for our streams, what we can do to for the community itself, and something more and beyond. Someone to help us keep us going, and train us, teach us, and help look out for us for too. And here's this, and just hear me out. I do want to at least make a Discord for the community itself, which not possible community as well. But here's the thing. I heard Discord for your place is a little iffy, a little bit. So I like to hold on just a little bit. One will be made pretty soon, but it is just a little bit of the making sure it's everyone on the safe side. And once we have a good mod team that will keep us on, keep things look out if I had to step out or things that will actually happen between there when I had to be going to different worlds and stuff. I'll make sure we guys good qualified people who will keep everyone safe and make sure nobody is disrespecting each other too, or doing some very very weird things about it too. So just something to point out. And I'd like to at least share my tale with one of you guys too, though it may be just a pipe dream a little bit too. But if you guys stick along a little bit, who knows? I would like to tell my stories of these things and just be able to do more. And maybe a sub done here and there. It is just depending if it just depends if it is that along more opportunities here too. I know I just a new guy in the block. I'm probably sure you guys are wondering where the other guy is. And again, I did tell you guys he's home, he's with his family and stuff. And all it is, I hope he's doing alright, In any case, there are a lot of things I would like to do too, but it all depends how well we do. But again, I will pretty much do my usual thing, show you some great gameplay from my side, and tell crazy stories of what from my past life. And by the time I got this suit thing too, you know. But hold on. You guys say, what about this? What about diversifying myself and my streaming schedule? Well, unlike today, the thing is, I don't really have set time to go live, but I do post what days I do stream. You know. So basically, there are some things that might like, oh, I'm about to do this, but there's something just came up. That usually happens like that too. So I usually post whatever, and I do have a schedule to kind of show you guys where I do typically don't be streaming. Speaking of which, this Thursday we'll be starting our first playthrough of this channel. Super Mario RPG. I heard it's a popular game, right? Heard it have a neat little remake too. And on Friday, it's another neat game I heard. It's called Sonic Unleash. You know, I know there is a Sonic from where I'm at, but I don't know. Heard it's pretty popular. I heard other places pretty not. It usually is, depending on fun word of mouth and stuff. Anyway, but yeah, I do have another game that was that I did want to at least gonna be part of these three, but I'll like to hold it off for this week for now. It is gonna neat in the game. I believe it's in the game. So guy with devil mask in a way, angels and stuff with angels and stuff. But you'll find out what it is by next week. I can assure you that too. And if you were to find me, well, I had only these two socials. I got a Twitter and a Blue Sky. They're kind of like, one is the main thing and one is the backup, just in case the other main thing is compromise. Well, I'm calling it Twitter now, where you guys are saying it's a different name site. I heard that the current CEO of Twitter is kind of a douche in a way. There's a special word I like to say, what kind of person it is, but I'm just gonna say douche in a way. Yeah, but hey, if you guys are not a fan of Twitter nowadays, I always have a Blue Sky. It's because it's always nice to have a backup. My mom always said that too, Anyway, but just in case you guys can never make it here, and because again, I get life, I do have a YouTube channel that's basically called Writer Bonds. Catch up any videos or streams, all of it in one place too. I'll be playing on making different socials, your Instas, your TikToks, depending on the is a good time to make them now and not too. So if you need to find me in these places, what my schedule like, or just want to post on fan our side, you can find me from there too. So I hope we got our introductions already done too. See, I can do it right. Don't know what Pixels is worrying about too. Don't worry. There are also things I like to introduce them more too. Right now, they're kind of like mascots. Like both her and Lily are kind of mascots beside myself. It's just something I want at least hey, want to add a little bit of life here too. And they are pretty busy now. I will introduce them now, but I heard it off this place too. Me from friends in the world as well. I heard they do travel a lot, but again, if we actually need, they're easy to call. Now, you've been wondering who helped out with all this stuff. Who these other worlders, help out all this stuff too. First off, the main designer of this guy is, well, if you know him too. But for this little particular thing, the model and rigging of this suit is made by Fleazion. We also show their socials, Twitters, and even their own website. We can edge commission them too. I heard this artist was a noteworthy one from a little app called Flipnote. So I think that nice and at least have her style represent my character as well. Also, scene art. We also had some scene art that's a case. So let me show you. Here. For now, you'll probably be seeing this a lot until we after this debut too. That is made none other by Common Dry Ashmish. Why don't say Amish, huh? Pretty much like his writer art style too. Yeah, I have to do a little more for other fandom stuff like Mega Man, Pokemon, all that stuff. I think it's just a little bit more like mixing the two and makes it nice too. And again, if you want art like their stuff, their socials right there, and even around all credits here down below if you can't see. But what the advice I got to do all this, and what's with that little switchy scene transition is? Well, let's introduce them here too. The scene transition is made by Beyond Night Road. She's the only one who made this for everyone who wants to use it, and it'll be always nice to credit them too. And I also want to give a little special thanks to Cynical Bunny for consultation. I took a little bit of consultation classes, and it did take a while to kind of set up the meme, but I did learn a whole ton of advice from her too. We all make things a little nice and stuff, or you guys are here, and I should be able to network and stuff too. A lot of great advice, and I managed to still have the notes here. So at least I want to give her some special thanks for great advice during the consultation, and things what I can do on my side as well. And that'll be it too. Yeah. It's a little short here too. Yeah, let me get here to here we go. Short here too. Here we go. Anyway, I hope this is a neat little debut here. And well, it's nice and short, but hey knows, sometimes you gotta get your first in. And don't worry, if you haven't had to do another something like this again, don't worry. I believe we can always do another debut like this before. Maybe look at anniversary stuff once we get our footing in. But yeah, I know it's not too neat and stuff, but hey, at least I got to meet some of you guys while we were preparing too. And I hope you all guys are here for the road as well. In any case, I do like to see who got this Mario Kart World, because that will be something we'll be playing next. Oof, I did not check the poll there. Hold on, let me see if I can be able to. Nope, can't find that. Not right here, huh? Alright. So, you know what? I'm just gonna make it more of, hey, anyone can join, we could talk a little bit, and get to introduce ourselves here and there too, So, let me try and get everything set up too. Let's see, let me do this and that. And just in case nobody do have Mario Kart World, or I do have the other game, and also a couple of other games I do want to get out too. And be build this out and insert this. That's what she says, right? Just want to twist things out. And try to press this, then let's see. Let me try to kind of. Sure, this works. Hope no one's messing it. Alright. Alright. I think we got everything done.